Hello, today we're going to give you a lot of information about our saddle, the Ansur. Let's start with a close-in guided tour. The exterior of the Ansur is very similar to most available dressage saddles. We have the long cut flaps, we have a soft knee roll, the pommel, the cantle, broad generous seat area.
The knee rolls are detachable. When your Ansur arrives, it will be in this position with the slope towards the rider and the front of the knee roll, the vertical part, towards the front of the horse. If you feel you would prefer a more vertical wedge in front of you, undo the lacing and turn the knee roll around that way. If you feel you would prefer the knee block further back towards you, there are a second set of holes here which you simply lace in that position.
The stirrup bar attachment is hidden underneath the skirt. Undo the lacing, twist back the skirt and attach your stirrup leathers here. Once they're attached, lace back up. As you can see, with the old style of saddle, the stirrup placement is practically at the front. This acts as a lever, and when you stand in the stirrups, most of your weight will go here. I think it's rather clear why this would be uncomfortable for horses. The secret of the Ansur lies on the inside, not the exterior. Hidden underneath the beautiful leatherwork is a patented layering system. At the back, here, on our cantle, fairly firm. This is a texture of material that's similar to the type that they use in the shoulder pads for American football players. It's trauma ready, but very flexible. On top of that is a much softer layer for your comfort and your horse's comfort. The same materials are used at the front to give the pommel arch strength and security also. Underneath the saddle, as you can see, there's a ½ inch of layering here which will sit snugly and comfortably around your horse's back. Because of the unique design of the Ansur, it requires no gullet in the center. Remember, the great asset about the Ansur is its flexibility. Unlike a rigid tree saddle that will not move, when you put your Ansur onto a broad-shouldered horse, it will open up to accommodate the width. If you have a narrow-shouldered horse with a narrow back, when you girth up, the saddle will close inwards. Each way, it will guarantee a secure fit. The Ansur is not only flexible from left to right, but also from front to back. This has proven to be incredibly beneficial, especially in gaits such as the canter, when with a rigid tree saddle, the haunches would lift the cantle, thrusting the rider forward. With the Ansur, this does not happen. With a rigid tree saddle, we often have a lot of problems with pressure directly behind the horse's shoulders. With a rigid tree, when the haunches lift, it will tilt the saddle forward, putting most of the weight of the rider into the shoulder area. In the walk and the trot, the back muscles move alternately, so we have a lateral action. Again, a wooden tree is unyielding to this movement. When you put the Ansur onto your horse and you're girthed up, when you mount, put your fingers underneath here, stand up in the stirrup, and you will notice no change in pressure whatsoever.
The concept for the Ansur was based around two primary principles. First and foremost, equine comfort. Along with this, security and stability for the rider. As a well-fitting leather shoe is designed to fit close and comfortably to your foot, so is the design of the Ansur. We've designed it to fit close and snugly to your horse's back. There are no gaps. There should be no daylight.
When you're going to put the Ansur onto your horse, remember it sits at least 1 to 2 fingers behind the top of the point of shoulder, which would be about here. You'll see when the saddle is in the correct place that the pommel obviously sits directly above the withers. There is contact with the pommel to the withers. This is perfectly normal. There is not pressure, there is contact. Because of its unique design, the Ansur must be placed further back in comparison to an old style of saddle. Once the saddle's in place, simply girth up as normal. If you choose to use a conventional dressage pad with the Ansur, remember our knee rolls are detachable. Don't put the top tab over the top of the knee roll. Lift a little bit here, slide it underneath, and then put it through the back girth tab, like this. Take the tab down to the bottom of the saddle pad, and then girth up as normal. With an old style of saddle, the stirrup bars are set quite far forward, approximately 3 inches from the front. With the Ansur, we relocated the stirrup bar, which has proved to be much better for stability, your balance and the horse's comfort. We put it back here. It's now covered with part of the saddle. The stirrup bar itself is recessed to accommodate